So if your doctor or practitioner has mentioned to you that you need to go to the anti-inflammatory diet and you don't know where to start, I want to give you 5 tips that will make it easier to get started so that you know how to transition in an easy way that will not affect your family in a major way, but will provide maximum nutrition with minimum processing. We're going to focus on adding foods versus removing foods. If this sounds like something you're interested in, keep watching. Hello friends, this is Monica with Nourish Functional Nutrition. I'm a certified nutritionist and a functional nutrition lifestyle practitioner. I'm also the founder of Nourish Functional Nutrition, and I want to welcome you to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and to tap on the bell so that you can get notified when I release a new video. Any link I mentioned today, you will be able to find in the notes below. So let's get started. Tip number 1, we're all used to being placed on diets or starting new diets where everything is taken away. So I would like to suggest that this time you will start by adding things to your diet. So let's just say that adding 2 full 8 ounces of purified water before you eat anything in the morning will make a big difference. It will make a difference in your joints, in your hydration. It will make a difference if you have dry eye or if you have any issues with joint pain. This will lubricate your joints, will lubricate all of your system, and will get your digestion going. So this is tip number 1. 2 full 8 ounce glasses of purified water before you eat anything else. Tip number 2, go crazy with greens. Start looking at greens as your best friends. Plant foods give us the most nutrition with minimum processing. So start looking for greens, kale, spinach, different lettuces, Bibb lettuce, Boston lettuce, romaine, all kinds of greens that you can put into different foods like smoothies, soups, skillets, and you can use in all kinds of different dishes. You can start by putting in a high-speed blender a mixture of greens like spinach and lettuce, for example, and then adding to that any other shredded vegetables like carrots or cucumber, anything else that you want, some lemon, an apple, maybe some blueberries, and then add to that some protein and some fat. That's tip number 2. We're going to add greens to every meal, beginning with a smoothie in the morning. If you just do those 2 things, your body will decrease in inflammation right away. Always think greens, which is fiber, protein, that can be in the form of animal protein or beans or legumes, and then fat. And the fats could be any healthy fats like coconut oil, avocados, avocado oil, any nut butters. Any of these things are going to help you stay full longer. We talked about breakfast with this smoothie. Let's talk about lunch. You can add the same greens and make a salad for lunch. You can check out my YouTube video, Healthy Salad with Resistant Starch, to get an idea of what a salad should look like when you're eating the anti-inflammatory diet. This is not a diet to lose weight. This is a diet to decrease inflammation. So we're adding things. We're adding greens. We're adding vegetables. We're adding beans, nuts, and things that will make a salad not just a salad, but a source of anti-inflammatory foods. So check out that video. You can use the same plant foods to make your dinner by adding some protein and maybe some beef broth or some chicken broth or some vegetable broth and making a soup out of it. Or you can make a skillet by taking the vegetables and stir frying them with some protein. So that's how you take greens and add them to your diet. We haven't removed everything so far. Tip number 3. Choose clean sources of protein. Go with organic, pasture-raised chickens or poultry, and with grass-fed and grass-finished beef if you're going to use beef, and wild-caught salmon. So you have this protein source, and you can choose 2 of them to prepare ahead of time. So you can make a batch of chicken, for example, and maybe some salmon or some other fish, and have it in the refrigerator ready to go. The biggest obstacle to eating an anti-inflammatory diet is to not be prepared. If you're not prepared, you end up overeating the things that you used to eat in the past. And so having this prepared will make you less likely to go back to the processed foods. Tip number 4, removed all processed foods from your home. Anything that comes in a package and it's processed in any way needs to be removed, because when you are hungry, you're going to go to those things. And so processed oils is a big source of inflammation in your diet. Things like canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, safflower, sunflower oil, all of those are inflammatory. They have a lot of chemicals in them, and they are to be replaced with avocado oil or olive oil or coconut oil. And this is a good way of adding some healthy fats to your diet and not feeling hungry. Also, avocados and nuts and nut butters will help in this area. Tip number 5, be prepared with great snacks that you can use anytime by having vegetables already cut up and by having nuts and dips that you can use, things like hummus dips and different choices, leftovers from your breakfast, like a leftover smoothie or a leftover from your lunch, or maybe some fruit with some nuts. But be prepared and don't be caught off guard without any food. Other things that you can use are beef jerkies, turkey jerkies that have no nitrates, or you can always have a smaller portion of your lunch or your breakfast in order to make sure that you're eating every 3 to 5 hours. Remember, this is a journey and this takes time, but I promise you will start seeing results within days of adding plant foods to your diet and removing processed foods. Hydrate often and know that you can do this at home anytime, any place, and you can make a difference not only in your own life but in your family's life. You can literally change your family tree by adding vegetables and plant foods and minimally processed foods to your diet. If you need help, I'm available to do one-on-one consultations as well as group programs, and they're all available on my website. You can schedule a 15-minute free discovery call at nourishfunctionalnutrition.com, and in the meantime, feel free to download my free ebook, 10 Easy Ways to Eliminate Pain. It's free and it's available for you. Download all of the recipes and resources that I mentioned on this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up and click on the bell to be notified when I release a new video. Bye-bye, everybody.